often they will tend to be also proactive, but they will generally tend to be very directed toward goals and rewards and what's nice in life. And they will try to search for those things, and they will be extremely concentrated on the potential benefits. This is the person who you will sell to by telling what they will gain from the product, how they will benefit, what are the good points of the product. While the person who is from person is the other way around. The from person is motivated by avoidance. So they will be motivated by avoiding the problems, the risks, the dangers. They will be someone who knows what the troublesome issues might be and doesn't want them to happen. And again, both are very valuable. The towards person will notice more opportunities, more possibilities, more potential gains and benefits, while the from person will notice far more risks and how to avoid them. And you want a nice, good mix and balance in any organization, family and the like. Because if you don't have that balance, then you might be finding all of the problems, but none of the opportunities. Or you might be finding all of the opportunities and none of the problems. And obviously there will be some jobs which are more suited to some people and some to others. For example, if someone is an auditor, then being a from person is rather better than being a toward person. However, a good mix of this is valuable in both cases, in both situations. Now, in a society there are about, in the job context, about 40% of people who are towards, about 20% people who are mixed, and about 40% people who are away from. And the way to find out whether someone is towards or away is to ask them, when you have their criteria, and this is why criteria is useful, why is that criterion important? Why is this value important to you? And it's really worth paying attention, because you can have value that just screams to you, this is towards or this is away. So you can have criteria that's excitement. And when you hear that someone likes their job because it's exciting, you might think, yes, that person is certainly towards, and it's obvious that he's towards because excitement is such a towards value. But when you actually ask them, okay, so why is your job being exciting important? Then they may say, well, that's so that I don't get bored. That's so I can avoid getting bored. And that's so important, because that tells you that the person is actually away from. That excitement is their way of avoiding boredom, not of getting adrenaline or getting excitement, but of avoiding boredom and something that they don't like. And conversely, something that might just seem like safety, or safety is such an away from motivation, but actually safety can be a very towards motivation. So what's so important about having safety? Well, that means that I can take care of my family. That means that it's important because then I can really enjoy life when I know that I am safe. So this can be a very towards for motivation. And people who haven't done the full lab profile will tend to take their criteria and assign their own value judgment to a value the person gives them. So if the person gives them a criteria that they themselves consider to be towards, they will believe that the person is towards. And this can really make them misunderstand the other person and offer them something that wouldn't be valuable to them. So this is towards and from. Internal and external authority. If you have an internal authority, then how you judge the situation is the one thing that is important. So anything that you think is the significant issue. It doesn't matter what other people think. If you think that your work is worthless and everyone else prizes you and you get the Nobel Peace Prize or the Nobel Prize in your chosen science or the arts, and you get all the awards in the world, if you feel what you've done isn't valuable, none of that will matter. You will think other people are stupid for awarding something that you consider to be worthless. Furthermore, this is quite interesting because people who have a strong internal authority will go so far as to